You may find yourself in a social context where people are not accepting you as you are. And you may not feel free. You may feel trapped in the social setting that is conflict-ridden. However, I encourage you to find your freedom regardless of social context. And I actually have a scientifically based theory called socialization theory, a part of which is the identity shift effect, which explains or offers a hypothesis of how people lose their freedom. Are you ready? Okay. You may find yourself in a social setting and people threaten you with rejection if you don't conform to their ways, okay? But if you conform, then they'll stop rejecting you. So some of us will conform, so they'll stop rejecting us. And therefore, we've gotten rid of the external conflict, but now we've introduced a new form of conflict, which I call inner conflict. And now we reject ourselves because we've betrayed our own standards. We've betrayed our hearts to win social approval. And the way to rid ourselves of guilt, according to this hypothesis I have, is to adopt the what I call toxic group standards as your own self standards. You internalize those standards, those group standards as your own, and then you are now no longer feeling conflict within yourself because you're meeting your own standards by conforming to the group because the group standards are your own. So it's a three-step process. The first step of the process is you feel external conflict, and the second step of the process is you feel internal conflict, and the third step of the process is you resolve both internal and external conflict so you don't feel conflict anymore. But even if you've rid yourself of all conflict by conforming to the group and internalizing their standards, you still have betrayed yourself. You know, you've betrayed your authentic self, and we need to reclaim our authentic self, and here's how to do it. So this is the socialization process, okay, is explained by this identity shift effect, but now I'm going to tell you what the de-socialization process is so you can reclaim yourself again, even if you're in a toxic social environment that rejects you as you are. I know it works because I've done it. Isn't that fun? So de-socialization process consists of becoming your own, what I call everyday group, your own source of self-love, which to me translates into meditation, whether that's yoga or seated meditation. And also I found walking, contemplative walking to help. But I always have the foundation of yoga or seated meditation, and that's what I want to encourage you to start adopting, is just start by taking 10 to 30 minutes a day of meditation. And if that's too hard, start with yoga. And if that's too hard, start only with the poses of yoga that feel good. Okay, so there's a way to start finding your freedom, and that is by undergoing the de-socialization process, which is done through meditation, whether that's seated meditation or yoga. So I hope that encourages you to be free, since now you have the footpath. Take great care. This is Wendy, signing into the air and into your heart.